This morning in the Roadshow Kitchen, we are gearing up for Newport Restaurant Week. So Discover Newport has brought in Chef Charlie White from Malt Restaurant. And today we're going to make a salmon dish. Charlie, you were saying that it's perfect time of year for a dish like this.
Yes, artichokes are coming into season right now. It's springtime. So you'll start seeing artichokes on the menus and peas, fava beans, mushrooms, and stuff like that. But I was focusing on artichokes today. Nice. With the salmon.
Okay, so take us through the ingredients that we'll need for this recipe.
Okay, right. We have artichokes over here. I got a couple different sizes just for you to see. Some lemon, celery, carrots. And we also have some fresh thyme, a really nice olive oil. This is a nice Italian olive oil.
Looks beautiful.
And then white wine, veg stock, a little bit of butter to baste the salmon in. And that's about it.
And talk about the salmon. When you're looking for a good piece of fish, what should you look for when it comes to salmon?
Well, it should look really bright and firm, and then nice, just nice color, and smell it for a nice freshness.
Okay, what should it smell like? It should not smell fishy.
Should not smell
I know
fishy,
that much.
No, right? It should smell like the ocean, pretty much.
Okay, great. And this dish is called Salmon Barigoule?
Barigoule, yeah.
Barigoule. And what is that? That's new to me.
It's a technique of cooking artichokes where you cook it in white wine, a little bit of veg stock, and lots of olive oil. Okay. And you cook them really slow and tender. And then we're going to put the salmon right on top of that. It's a really light dish. It's good for the springtime. People who want to eat a little bit healthier maybe right now, getting beach shape. And
artichokes, you're saying, are coming into season. We don't find them too much around here, but
no.
You mentioned California?
Yeah, California is the biggest producer. They grow in temperate weather, so you find them a lot in France, Italy, and also the Middle East as well.
Okay, so you're taking advantage of something that's
in season,
breaking its way out of the ground.
But not in season in our region.
Okay, great. So we have a nice, healthy dish for you this morning. We're going to get it started in just a little bit. Back to you.
We are back in the Roadshow Kitchen. Chef Charlie White is here. We're getting ready to get these artichokes prepared.
Yep.
Which a lot of people may not know how to cut them up and get them ready.
Yeah, it's a little difficult as far as takes a little. If you have wood whittling skills,
right,
this would come in great.
All right. But what if you don't?
If you don't, then just trial and error.
Okay.
So basically, you're just going to cut the tops of these artichokes off and expose the inside, and then just kind of trim the edges down. Like so.
Get that all done.
Yep. And just cut a little bit more of the top off there. And that's basically the artichoke. You still got the stem, and you can actually eat a good part of the stem.
Oh, you can?
You can see the center there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can eat that part, and you want to keep that because you don't really get much out of a whole big
right,
artichoke.
Right, and that was a pretty good sized artichoke.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of waste there. But so then this is where the wood whittling skills come into hand. You just kind of trim off all that green part.
And is it tough to cut? Because it seems like it's a stronger outer leaf on there.
It is. I mean, it's a little woody, and that's why you're cutting off that outer ring.
Right.
And you just kind of through trial and error, practice whittling some wood, and then try
and then try to do the artichoke.
Do the artichokes. Yeah, exactly.
So now, are we saving all the parts of the artichoke?
No, we're just using
going to use that part.
This is the only edible part. This is the actual choke. If you tried eating it, you probably would choke.
Right.
And then we're going to put it into some water with some lemon juice in it until we're ready to cook them. The lemon juice will stop them from oxidizing and turning brown.
Okay. And how long, when we get ready to cook the artichoke, how long is that going to go? Is it going to? Is it taking a while? Because that, like I said, that looks like it's pretty strong.
Right. And we are going to cook it in a low simmer and really gentle. You want to cook these really slow, so they don't turn to mush. You don't want a mushy artichoke, like you would get some out of a can or something like that, which you wouldn't even recognize it out of a can. It almost tastes completely different. The fresh ones are definitely the way to go.
The way to go. Okay.
But they're in season now. So you don't really see them too much until this time of year. And then, so the choke part is right there.
Okay.
And you just want to cut that out as well.
Got it. All right.
And kind of whittle your way around
Whittle your way around it, and everything's coming out. There you go. All right, good stuff. Okay, now we know how to cut those artichokes up. We are going to put everything together along with the salmon just a little bit. Back to you. Discover Newport brought us Malt Restaurant, and Chef Charlie White is here. We're making salmon today. We have artichokes, we have carrots.
Absolutely.
All stuff. We're getting ready to cook it up. All right, what are we going to do now?
All right, well, I got some veg stock on here right now, so that's cooking. It's already ready to go.
Okay.
Now we're just going to get the vegetables ready, which we have some already cut up right here, but here's some fennel.
Okay.
And
I don't know
you want to grab the
this.
French knife there. Just don't cut yourself.
I don't know how. I've never cut fennel
Bend your
before.
fingers so you just get your knuckles.
Okay,
Like, a little bit like
do it
that.
this way?
Yep, you can cut it any way you want, but that's good. Yep.
Okay,
Just cut it
just
small
like that.
pieces.
What sort of taste does the fennel have?
It's got an anise flavor.
It does, okay.
Yep, so kind of a black licorice.
Yep.
I've eaten fennel. I've just
That's
never
good.
chopped it. And then
Just
cut
throw
this
that
again?
right in here. Nope.
Or that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Bigger the chunks, the easier it'll be to scoop it out afterwards.
Oh.
Great.
Okay, and then we got the carrot, which you need to peel with the peeler right there.
You got it. All right, as I'm doing this, I know we got to get our salmon going too.
Absolutely.
All right, so the pan is on high.
So
You've
get
had
it-
this on high for a little bit.
Yep. So get that going. You want to get it nice and hot. Put a little oil in there. And then once the oil starts to smoke a little bit, you know it's hot enough to add your salmon.
All right, what kind of oil are we using? Because this
is a nice Italian olive oil.
I was going to say, this looks like a
Yeah, it's a nice,
yeah.
high quality.
Right.
And then you want to salt the salmon, nice. Kind of high up so it evenly
Covers everything?
Yep. And see how it's starting to smoke
Yes,
like that?
yep.
So now you can put your salmon right in there. And just don't touch it. Salt the other side. And the less you touch it, the better. You want to get a nice golden sear on that.
Okay.
She's got the carrots, all right. You
Yep.
put those right in here.
Okay.
And then the onion will be next.
Half an onion, whole onion. What are we talking?
We'll do half that onion. Normally I do a small onion, but all I have was some big ones to bring in.
This is a big onion.
It's a big onion. How long is this salmon going to simmer for?
We'll get that going. It'd probably take about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I like to cook my salmon rare to medium rare.
Right.
It's a lot healthier for you that way, and you get it stays
it
nice
is?
and juicy. Yeah, typically the less you cook foods, the healthier it is for you, because heat kills a lot of the nutrients.
Okay.
So that's great.
How are we cutting this onion
good.
here?
You going to get fancy on this?
Go.
No, it's too late now. I think
No.
No, fancy.
No, why not? Just some chunks.
that's good.
Okay.
We'll take some of that. Throw some of that right in here. And this is the artichokes that we had in the water, so they won't oxidize and turn brown.
That's right.
Throw those right in.
Okay.
And then we'll add our veg stock
This is all coming together.
and some white wine.
That looks good.
And then we'll turn this down a little bit.
Okay.
Get a nice golden sear on it.
That looks great.
And then a nice olive oil. And then we'll cook that in a low simmer.
Okay. And
You
you
don't want
said
it
this
to
is
boil.
the one
This is
right
the-
here that you've already done.
Yeah, it's the veg stock that I made ahead of time.
Okay.
And then we'll just cook this, and basically just let this cook slow and low, and you can just
Low and low.
grab a fork and you just check it every once in a while to see if it's fork tender.
Okay.
Pull it aside, and then when it's ready, we'll plate it up.
Nice. And this will actually be on your menu for Restaurant Week.
For
is that
Restaurant
right?
Week, absolutely. It's
Can
going on
you
the menu
remind
this week, and
everyone when Restaurant
Restaurant
Week
Week starts on the 5th and goes to the 14th.
is? Okay.
So that'll be coming up. That's always a good time for us. A lot of people come in. It's really affordable. For
It is.
people on
Yeah,
a budget.
great deals. Lunch and dinner. Is that right?
We aren't open for lunch, but we do dinner. We're open
Okay.
for lunch on Saturdays and Sundays.
And give everybody the address where you guys are.
We're on 150 Broadway in Newport, Rhode Island. Now I'm just gonna loosen up
Nice
this
weather is
salmon.
coming. I think.
Yes, I'm looking
It
forward to
is.
it.
It is. We will get
I
there.
think it's on the way.
Yep, spring is definitely in the air, which is why artichokes are coming into season.
Right,
You'll see
Newport
those on a
will be,
lot of menus this time of year, as well as like fava beans, and
Right.
peas, and ramps and stuff like that.
I gotta say that salmon smells so good right now.
Doesn't it? So this is on a nice low simmer, and grab a fork. You can just, once this cooks a little bit more, you'll be able to just check for like a fork tenderness.
Yes,
but
okay.
obviously it's not done quite yet. So
How long does it usually take for this to go through?
probably about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And what's great
Okay.
about this dish is something you can prepare a day ahead of time. Have the vegetables, leave it in the liquid,
And let it go.
then the next day when you're having a dinner party, you
Right.
can just cook the salmon,
And
heat
you're
up
good.
that,
And you're good.
and go, and it looks
You
like
already
you
have
worked really
one
hard.
finished there, and this is what the finished product should look like. The salmon sitting on top of that. That looks really good. I didn't realize that the presentation was going to be like that. That's interesting.
It's really simple, but it's very flavorful. It's a very healthy dish too, because salmon's good for you. The olive oil, it's all good, good quality fats, good fats.
All right.
Good.
So
stuff.
salmon's
You
got
want to try this for yourself? Head on over to WPRI.com for the recipe.